Just like Senator Sifuna, Mr. Speaker, I was in the team that went to India to bring the remains of our departed leader and brother, Honorable Raila Odinga. And I wouldn't participate better if I didn't put myself on record to just mourn together with our nation, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, thank you so much for allowing me to read this statement on the demise of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52.1 to make a statement on a matter of national and international concern, namely the demise of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga. It is never enough to continue sharing our sympathies and condolences to Mama Ida, Rosemary, Junior, Winnie, our brother Senator Oburu, and the larger Odinga family. Mr. Speaker, sir, as we have been mourning as a nation since the passing of Honorable Raila Odinga on 15th October 2025 in India, the somber mood that still engulfs our country has seen accolades and praises accorded to him in equal measure. In the solemn cries and wails of our people, this father of the nation has made a huge contribution to the life of our country and for generations to come. In the words of Shakespeare, through Mark Antony, today I too come to mourn Honorable Raila, not to praise him actually, for the good that people do is often interred with their bones, while the bad lives after them forever. I say so because at the time of his death, our country's younger generation was grappling with the concept and reality of broad-based government, a prudence of the enigma that holds our country together today. It was a daring move, which in his own words, was the thin line between having an imperfect country, struggling to mend its ways, and a collapsed one. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is that daring spirit of Honorable Raila Odinga that has always been both a source of hope and fear for all of us. A source of hope because through him, our country could come together as one nation to have the hardest conversations despite our divisive differences, to shake hands despite our diversity, and sometimes to harness global respect as a united country. Yet a source of fear because up until his death, Mr. Speaker, he seemed to be the main glue that could hold us together, without which we could easily disintegrate into enclaves of ethnic interests, self-seeking demands by the political class, poor governance, and ultimately the erosion of commitment to public service. But I wish, as the courage, Mr. Speaker, and the commitment to dare to be a nation that he has left stronger than he found it when he was born on that 7th day of January, 1945. Mr. Speaker, sir, Raila Odinga challenged Kenya and Africa to dare and dream big with their natural and human resources. More often, when I traveled with him across the continent during and after his tenure as the African Union High Representative for Infrastructure, he saw and articulated the immense talent and treasure in all of us as African nations. He challenged us to stop exporting raw materials to the rest of the world, but instead invest in the value addition and local manufacturing to create jobs here on the continent in order to create for our young people and the rest of the generations opportunities in the continent. He challenged us to use our educated manpower as a bargaining chip to attract manufacturing to our countries, as China and India have done, places which he frequented the most, instead of subjecting our youth to torturous journeys across oceans in search for greener pastures. Mr. Speaker, sir, Raila also challenged Africa to have faith in itself and to allow its citizens to embrace one another through increased trade, less restrictive visa regimes, open skies, and transcontinental road and rail networks, things that he really did believe in. For me, Mr. Speaker, Raila grew from being a mythical Luo leader to a father of the nation figure, and then from the mythical Luo leader, to the leader of my ODM party, and to a mentor, to a confidant, to a thought partner, and eventually, Mr. Speaker, to a true friend. In these capacities, Mr. Speaker, I got to learn of his greatest fears as well. One of his greatest fears was that through all forms of discriminations, whether based on tribe, race, religion, or gender, it would be impossible to build a lasting nationhood and institutions of inclusive and shared prosperity in Kenya if we continue with those discriminations. This bothered him immensely in every decision that he made about our country. He saw such divisions as barriers to progress and the biggest threats to the democratic and equality gains made since independence. He particularly loathed tribalism, believing it was stopping Kenya and Africa and many African countries from taking off towards first world status that would rival the Asian tigers. On the global stage, Mr. Speaker, Raila was eloquent as a voice for the review of the global order from the United Nations to the global financial architecture and North-South relations. He felt strongly that the global governance infrastructure established after the Second World War was no longer sustainable and needed a thorough review. Mr. Speaker, sir, I can go on and on, but the fact remains that even through our conclusive cries in mourning him, that his soul rests in peace. I doubt his spirit will ever rest in peace if we do not live up to some of these ideals that he lived for, Mr. Speaker. I doubt Raila's spirit will rest in peace if we do not strengthen devolution, for instance, by allocating adequate resources to devolve functions and ensure that governors use them prudently to improve the lives of our people, as he urged us on that day of May 22nd, 2025, when he visited this house. Mr. Speaker, I doubt his spirit will rest in peace if we do not realize the 10-point broad-based agenda, including compensation of victims of protest and expansion of economic opportunities for young people in government. Mr. Speaker, I doubt his spirit will rest in peace if, as a nation, we do not uphold democratic processes and institutions such as transparent and peaceful elections. Mr. Speaker, sir, just as Jesus Christ suffered and died for the salvation and good life of Christians, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga went through the most dangerous street battles so that never again should the younger generation experience any kind of brutalities in the streets in the quest for justice and dignity for humanity. The continuous work towards a more just, globally competitive, equal, and equitable nations are the ultimate Raila ideals, whose achievement will ultimately rest his soul in peace. These are ideals which, in the words of Nelson Mandela, I hope to personally live for and achieve. And I hope we will also live for and achieve. But if need be, there are ideals for which I am prepared to die. And I hope you too are prepared to die. For now, may he rest in peace, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.